So with the soles of the feet together, knees open. I like to take my arms up and over my head. See if that helps you just to let your shoulder blades relax into the mat. And if it's not comfortable, then you can always bring your hands back down by your side. So take a moment to close your eyes and let all your muscles settle. Feel the air move in and out through your nose. And your body inflating, deflating as you breathe. So allow the rhythm of your breath to help you glide into almost like a meditation. The class today, like a moving meditation. A time for you to connect your breath, your body, your mind all together into one before you start your day. So air floating in and out through your nose. Body inflating and deflating. Gliding into a relaxed place. So keep your breathing flowing just like that. And then bring your knees up together. And we're going to then hug your knees into your chest. So take your arms over the tops of the shins. And a little rock from side to side so you can feel those muscles either side of the spine. And into a twist, we'll let both knees fall to the right side. That's it. And you can then use the right hand to press the knees down a little bit more if you need it. Now notice as the air floats in through your nose, the body inflating. And as it floats out through your nose, the body deflating. The digestive system getting that nice wake-up call. Bringing your knees back into the center. And then letting them fall to the other side. The same thing here now. How does it feel through your spine? How does it feel through the side of your body? Can you feel both shoulder blades on the mat? And what will your body allow you to do today? Nice, guys. And then bringing the knees back into the center. Open the knees a little wider and take your arms over the top of the knees and interlace the fingers. So the knees go in the crook of each elbow. Got a nice space in between the legs, and you can hopefully feel the thighs fall either side of the rib cage. Inhaling, again, air moving in through your nose, body inflating. Out through your nose, body deflating. So with the breath in, you're thinking about expanding into the stretch. And with the breath out, relaxing into the stretch. Right, placing both feet down onto the mat. Have your heels in line with your hips. You can have your hands down by your side if they're not there already. Breath in and your belly expands. Breath out, draw the belly button back and push through your feet to lift the hips up to the sky. And as you inhale, lower yourself back down and start to massage the spine as you roll up and down. So the next exhale, belly draws back, push through the feet and then lift the hips up to the sky. I want you to start to feel your glutes and your hamstrings. And then lower the spine down nice and slow. Okay, so try that maybe 3 or 4 more times. Every time lifting the hips up a little bit higher. Feeling the knees almost press in towards each other without touching. Feeling the stretch through the hip flexor. And that movement through the spine, most importantly. Next time you get up to the top, you're going to stay there. I'm going to pulse the hips up. So nice little pulses for 5. Feel the hamstrings and glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Take your arms up towards the sky. Now try and lift the right shoulder up. And then press it back. And then lift the left shoulder up. And then press it back. Okay, try that a few times, lifting the right shoulder up. Right fingers reaching to the ceiling. Then lower down, and then left fingers reaching up. And then lower down. Okay, you can place both hands down onto the mat. And then interlace the fingers and try and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Okay, and if you need to come down in between that, you can. Inhaling. And then exhaling, releasing your hands, we'll start to lower the spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Good. From there, just slot your right ankle on the front of your left thigh. So it's like that figure of 4 shape. You can do little pulses, just pressing the right knee or bouncing the right knee forwards and back. So just starting to get into your hip a little bit. Then take your arms up and over your head and start to draw your left thigh into your chest. See how far you can go towards the chest then. And I want you to press your right ankle into the left thigh and your left thigh into your right ankle. So you're feeling that stretch there and feeling resistance. And then place the left foot back onto the mat by pushing the right ankle into the left thigh and resisting with that left leg. And try that a few times. Okay, so pulsing the left thigh into the chest and then lowering it back down. But try and get resistance. Okay, so the left thigh is resisting and that right ankle is resisting. So we're getting a little bit of strength there as well. Last time, bring the left thigh into your chest and then if it's available to you, wrap your hands around your left leg and then start to draw the left thigh in closer towards the chest. Use your right elbow to try and keep that right knee open. Enjoy the stretch in the right hip there. Lovely guys, and then lower your left foot back down onto the mat. Okay, bring your right foot flat back down as well. Now we'll cross the left ankle over the front of the right thigh. And you can do little bounces there if it suits. And be mindful of your knee. Try not to overstretch the knee. And then arms up and over your head. So thinking about that resistance. Start to draw your right thigh into your chest, but press your left ankle into the right thigh. So you're feeling strength there. And then lower it back down, but keep pushing your right thigh into the left ankle. Okay, and try that a few times. Yeah, try and resist. Press it back down. Good. Keep it going. Nice little pulsing up and down. And this last time, slide your hands around your right leg and then start to draw the thigh closer towards your chest. You can always use a strap around the right leg if you need to. Feel the left elbow open up that left hip. Enjoy the stretch there on the outside of that left thigh. Good, guys. And then we can place the right foot back onto the mat and the left foot back onto the mat. Good. Now, have you got a block handy? Yeah, so if you have, get hold of it and then place it in between your thighs. Have your feet a nice space apart and squeeze your knees into the block. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, draw the belly button back, keep squeezing the block and then lift the hips up towards the sky there. That's it. Now take your arms up and over your head if that feels comfortable to you. Try and lift the right hip up a little bit higher. And then lower the right hip down, try and lift the left hip up a little bit higher. Lower it back down, keep squeezing the block. Take your arms up to the sky. Lift your right shoulder off the floor. Try and lift your right hip up off the floor, up a little bit higher. Lower your right shoulder down, right hip level. Lift your left fingers towards the ceiling, left shoulder off the floor. And then lift that left hip up and try and keep squeezing the block. Lower left shoulder down, left hip down, hands down. And then start to lower your spine down, vertebra by vertebra. Excellent. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. And then start to roll up and down your spine. You can keep the block there. Keep squeezing the block. Inner thighs are going to get nice and strong. Core is going to get nice and strong. Okay, take the block away. Now we come into all fours. And if you've got that block, we're going to place it back in between your inner thighs. Okay, so have it flush against your legs. We're going to wake up these inner thighs, wake up the hips, wake up the glutes. Rock forwards and back. Are we excited to get everything nice and warm? Take little circles. You're squeezing that block. If you've got one, and you can do all of this without it. Circle it the other way. Okay, now making sure that you're squeezing the block. Inhale, let the belly drop and lift the head and chest up. And then keep squeezing the block as you tuck your tail, round your back and chin to the chest. A few more times, inhale, let the belly drop, keep squeezing the block and look up. Exhale, keep squeezing the block, rounding your back. 2 more times, inhale, belly drops, lift the head and chest up. Exhale, rounding your back, push the mat away. Last time, let the belly drop, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, rounding the back, chin to chest. Tuck your toes under, and then push your hips up into your first downward dog and squeeze your block. Feel those inner thighs. Inhale. Exhale. You might need to paddle the feet a little bit. You might need to wiggle the hips a little bit. Yeah, whatever you need to get into your body. But squeeze your block. Come up high onto your toes, bring yourself forwards into a plank pose. I want you to feel like you're drawing your block towards your chest. You're squeezing that block so much. Draw your belly towards the spine. Squeeze your block. Should feel a little shaking in your core. If not, try and draw the block closer towards your chest. Now lift the hips up and back into down dog. Feel the belly stretch. Yeah, so the tailbone goes high, you get more of a stretch in your belly. Come up high onto your toes. Squeeze your block as you roll forwards into your plank pose. Think drawing the block towards your chest. Core strong. Breathing in and out through your nose. So as it gets challenging, not forgetting to breathe. And then lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Feel the stretch here. Last time, come up high onto your toes. Roll yourself forwards into plank pose. Keep it nice and strong. Hold it there, one more breath. Belly drawing back. Block drawing towards the chest. Lower the knees. And then elbows brush the rib cage. Keep squeezing the block. Lift the head and chest up into your cobra. So you're stretching out the front now. And I will take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Good. So now if you feel like you can jump your feet inside the hands without losing the block, do that, or waddle your feet to the hands. Yeah, so little steps, feet towards the hands. Breathing in, once you're there, to lift the head and chest up. And then breathing out, you've got a nice bend in your legs. Squeeze your block as you relax your head. Yeah, so keep squeezing the block as you relax your head. There's a nice bend in your knees. You feel your belly, feel your rib cage on your thighs. Interlace the hands behind your back and draw your shoulder blades up towards the sky now, so away from your neck. And then see if you can let your arms come up and over your head with the fingers interlaced. So getting a stretch in your shoulders, getting a little bit more weight through your toes, hamstrings waking up. Squeeze your block. Can you get your tailbone higher here? Bring the hands back onto the sacrum and then release them to the floor and keep squeezing your block as you roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Press your palms together, lift the arms up, thighs forwards, hips forwards, and then exhale, fold forwards, hinge from your hips. Hands to the floor, breathe in, lift the head and chest up. Breathe out, plant the hands, waddle, or jump your feet back into your plank. Full chaturanga if you're ready for it. Feel the core strong all the way down. You can drop your knees if you need to. Come up into upward facing dog, keep squeezing the block. Take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in, squeeze your block, try and get those tailbones higher to the sky. And breathe out. Just take the block out and place it to one side. Have your feet as wide as your hips. So a little bit wider than you had when you're squeezing the block. And lift your right leg up to the sky. But I want you to try and put a bit more weight into that left hand as you lift your right leg up. You squeeze down through that left heel. Bend the knee and draw the right knee into your nose. We're going to try it and slot that foot next to your right hand. Okay. Keep the feet as they are and try and drop the back heel 45 degrees. Now be careful, you might need to jump your left foot to the edge of the left side of the mat there. You're going to lift your arms up into a warrior one. Okay, so it's a little bit different from what we normally do. Make sure you can see the hands. Press the palms together and then inhale, lift yourself up, leaning back. Now as you exhale, bring your hands heart center and then down towards the floor. Rest them on the floor there. Pick your back heel up and let's take a little twist. Right fingers to the sky. Look down to your right foot and then start to lift yourself up into a twist. So you're twisted towards the right side. Right hand onto your left leg, turn your chest forwards and then start to lean back. Straighten into the back leg. Good. Windmill, left hand comes down. There's a big circle with the right arm up and over your head. And then front foot goes to the back. Have your feet nice and wide here. Let the heels fall to the right side. Keep the core strong. And then pick the heels up and let them fall to the left side. And do that a few times, just rocking side to side. Get these cores nice and strong. Coming into your vinyasa, drop your knees if you want. Elbows brush the rib cage. Breathing in to lift yourself up into your cobra, your up dog. Take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Have a look at your feet. Make sure they're as wide as your hips. Breathe in. Breathe out, push the mat away. See if you can get the tailbone up even higher. Good, guys. So lift your left leg to the sky. Now notice you're going to put lots of weight in that left hand. Try and bring it into the right hand as well. And as you breathe out, bring your left knee into your nose. We're going to try and put the foot inside the hand. Drop your back heel 45. You might need to shuffle the right toes to the right edge of the mat. And then lift your arms up into a warrior one shape. That's it. So tucking the tail under, drawing the belly button up and back. Make sure you can see your hands. Inhale. And then exhale. You can try and lift your chest up. See if you can get a little bit deeper into it. And then bring your hands down heart center and then place them on the floor. Pick your back heel up. We'll come into that twist now. Left fingers to the sky. Imagine you're going to squeeze your feet towards each other. Okay, so you're pressing your feet towards each other. Look down to your left foot. And then start to come up to standing. Twisted towards the left side. How's those legs feeling here? Again, try and think now. Hips forwards. Belly button and above towards the left. Your left hand onto your right leg. Turn your chest towards the front of the mat and then start to lean it back. Feel the stretch to the front of the right hip, right thigh. Inhale. And then exhale. Right hand comes down. Enjoy a big circle with your left arm up and over. Plant the hand and take your left foot to the back of the mat. Feet wide. Let the heels fall to the right, stay there, and lift your left arm up to the sky. Left hand down, pick your heels up, let them fall to the left, right fingers to the sky. 2 more times like that, right hand down, heels over to the right, left arm up. Left hand down, how's those cores doing? Think inner thighs, squeezing together. Left heel, heels to the right, right fingers up. Right hand down, feet are wide, lower down vinyasa, go slow, elbows brush the rib cage. Don't forget you're dropping your knees if you need to. Take it up and back into your downward facing dog, feet nice and wide. Inhale, and exhale, push the mat away. Bend your knees and look forwards. You're going to try and step or maybe jump your feet inside the hands, okay? See what's possible this morning. Send the tailbone down, elbows into your knees, press your palms together into your Malasana shape. Yeah, so all that work we did with the blocks, we're stretching it out now. Inhale, think tailbone down, think crown of the head up. As you exhale, hands to the floor, lift your hips up. As that forward fold coming, heel toe the feet to the center. Breathe in, lift your head and chest up. Hands can be on your shins if you can't get that nice long back. And then exhale and fold, fold, fold. Can you sink a little bit deeper now? Good. Now, as you come up to standing, catch hold of your block. Yeah, and don't worry if you've not got one. Slot the block back in between your legs. Push all the weight into your left foot and hover your right foot off the floor, hands by your side. Squeeze your block together and then start to hinge from your hips. Yeah, and keep that right foot hovering off the floor there. Squeeze those inner thighs. Now you're going to feel that hamstring nice and strong. Keep the right foot off the floor and come up to standing. Now you can have a little micro bend in that left leg. Okay, that will help. So try that 2 more times, hinging from your hips. How's your left hamstring there? Just be careful. And then come right back up. Last time, squeeze your block, hinge from your hips. Imagine you hadn't done this morning and you went into your day without waking up your hamstring. Coming back. Place your right foot on the floor, hover your left foot off. Then hinge from the hips. Feel your right hamstring now. Squeeze your block. Make your way back up. Okay, try that 2 more times. Squeeze the block. Hinge from the hip. I love the heat that you can feel in the hamstring. Bring it right back up. Okay, last one. You can have a micro bend in that right leg, but left foot's hovering. And then come right back up. Good. Let's keep the block there. Breathe in, lift your arms up, press your palms together, squeeze your block as the thighs move forwards. And then exhale, fold and hinge from your hips. Keep squeezing your block. Can you get the tailbone up higher now? Knees are bent. Breathe in, lift your head and chest up. Breathe out, squeezing your block if you've got one. Jump or step your feet back, plank. Vinyasa, keep squeezing that block. I sound like a broken record, that's okay. Take it up and back into your downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice, nice. Just pop the block to one side. Take your feet as wide as your hips. Breathe in, lift your right leg up. Try and have weight in your left hand, not just the right hand. Bring your right knee into your nose. You're going to slot now your right foot next to your left hand. Okay, so wiggle it all the way over. Drop the back heel 45 and reach your left fingers to the front of the mat. And try and turn your chest towards the left side. Okay, so you're in a little side angle. Look down to your right foot. Come up into your warrior two shape. Legs are already there. Yeah, so we're already in that right place. Then flip the front palm, reach it forwards and then take it back. Breathe into the side of the body. I'm going to alternate between warrior two and side angle a few times. Okay, so either right forearm onto the thigh or right hand inside right foot. Left arm up and over your head. Push down to your right foot and then come all the way back into your reverse warrior. Last time, either forearm thigh or right hand inside right foot. Left arm up and over your head. And then coming right back up, reverse warrior. Reach the arm up and over. Good. So coming back to your warrior two. Straighten your front leg. Now bring your back heel in one step. And then bring your back toes in one step. Yeah, so those toes are on a diagonal. Lift yourself up. Push the back hip away. Reach as far forwards as you can. Right hand can be on your shin or in front of your ankle. Left fingers to the sky. You're going to let your left hand reach to the back of the mat. Lower down towards the floor. And then sweep past your left ear as you reach the left fingers to the front, looking underneath the armpit to the sky. Inhale. Good. Exhale, look down. Bend into your right leg. Left hand comes down. Right hand over to the right. Pick your back heel up. Walk your right foot over. Come into your warrior three. So you're going to step onto your right leg. Lift your left leg up. And then bring your hands into place. Good. Hold it there. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Get longer through the crown of the head and through that back heel. Nice, guys. Now keep the back where it is and let your left foot hover next to your right foot like we did earlier, but now no block. Keep your left foot off the floor and then try and come up to standing. Oh, did you do it? Left foot down. Inhale, lift the arms up. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. Exhale and fold, hinge from the hips. Breathe in, lift the head and chest up. Breathe out. Imagine you've got the block there. Jump or step. Float the feet back. Vinyasa, feet wide. Lower down. Inhale, lift your head, chest up. Exhale, take it back. Downward facing dog. How's that feeling, guys? Have we got a bit of heat? I don't like to take it easy in the morning. This might be your only opportunity to stretch, so enjoy it. As you breathe in, lift your left leg to the sky and notice the weight goes in the left hand. Try and put some weight into the right hand as well. It's not easy. Bring the left knee into your nose. You're going to slot the left foot now next to the right hand. Yeah? Good. Drop the back heel 45. Reach the right fingers to the front of the mat. And then try and twist the chest towards the right side. Look down to your left knee and then come up into your warrior two shape. Okay, we don't need to adjust the foot, we're already there. So we're going to reverse the warrior, taking it back, breathe into the side. Creating a bit more heat, we're going to alternate between reverse warrior and side angle. Okay, so two options, left forearm onto your thigh or left hand inside left foot. Reach right arm up and overhead. Look down to left foot, come all the way back up and reverse the warrior. Breathe into the side. Good, windmill down. Left hand comes forearm thigh or left hand inside left foot. Right arm up and overhead. Looking down, come back up and reverse the warrior. How's those legs doing? Feeling a bit of fire there? Coming back, warrior two, let's stretch that out now. So straighten your front leg, bring your back heel in one step and your back toes in one step. Lift yourself up, squeeze the imaginary block in between your legs. Push the back hip away, reach the left fingers forwards, hand can be on your shin or in front of your ankle, right fingers to the sky. Breathe in, that looks good. Now I want you to push your head back into an imaginary wall. Yeah, imagine that you've got the whole back of your body resting in a wall. That's better, good. Then you can take your right fingers to the back of the mat. Let them fall towards the floor. Then as they reach to the front, try and twist the chest to face the right side. Inhale. Exhale, feel the extension all through the top of the right hip, or the right side. Looking down, lower the right hand down. We'll bend into that left leg. Maybe that's a relief for you there. Walk your left foot over to the left side. We come into that warrior three. Okay, so step onto your left foot. Lift your right leg up, and when you're ready, start to bring your hands to the heart center. Okay, find your warrior three shape. Don't worry if you wobble. That's it. You want to have your hip dropped. That's it. You want to feel, imagine the block is there, squeezing those inner thighs. Crown of the head moving forwards. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Yes. Now keep the chest there and lower the foot so it comes next to the left foot. Keep hovering it off the floor. I know it's difficult, you might need a little bend in that left leg. And then bring yourself up to standing. And place the foot onto the mat. Excellent, guys. Breathe in, lift your arms up. Thighs forwards, hips forwards. Exhale and fold. Hinge from the hips. There's a bend in your knees here. Breathe in, scoop the head and chest up. Breathe out, plant the hands, jump back, step back. You choose. Feet wide, elbows brush the rib cage. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, take it up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Excellent. Right knee, right wrist. Right foot over to the left wrist, walk the back leg away. Yeah, so into your pigeon shape. That can be nice. Walk your hands back, lift your head and chest up. Way to play with this. Tuck your back toes under, lift your left knee off the floor. Maybe wiggle those hips a little bit. Inhaling and exhaling. Lower the left knee down. You can maybe hover your hands off the floor. Fall onto the right side. Use your hands if you need to. And then bring your left leg all the way over. Right, hook it over your right leg if you can. And then take it all the way back. Try that a few times. Okay, so we've got the core strong, and now we're getting those hips nice and strong. Think karate. Oh. Now you can slot that left foot over the right knee. If it's too much though, just have your foot inside the knee. You want to feel both sit bones pushing down. All right, right hand over the left knee. Left fingertips behind you into the twist. Good. If you want, you can bring the elbow to the knee. If you want to go a little bit deeper, again, right fingers up to the sky. And then slot the elbow on the outside of that left knee. Bring the fingertips down, and then you can use the fingertips to help you twist. Breathe in. And breathe out to twist. Excellent. All right, so release, come back to the center. Two options. Try this one first of all. Fingertips on the floor, lift yourself up. And then bring your knee over, your chin, over your knee. Okay, that might be good for you right there. Or you're going to pick your left foot up and then lay it on the outside of your right thigh. And you're stacking your knees one on top of the other. Now, if you have trouble getting into this, come onto your hands and wiggle the knees together. Stay at the pose before if you need to. Have your hands on your feet. Breathe in, lift yourself up. And then breathe out, fall forwards, chin over your knee. Okay, now you want to keep your sitting bones pushing down. So maybe reach your hands forwards and push your fingertips into the floor so it squeezes your hips into the mat. That looks good, guys. Breathing in. You might be in the pose before and you're getting a stretch there, so that's good. Be there. Walking your way back up. Okay, so we've got this left knee bent. Release the legs. Coming into pigeon on the other side. Okay, so left knee is bent. Right leg goes behind you. So make your way into pigeon on the other side. Walk your hands back, lift your chest up. And then tuck your back toes, kind of lift the back knee. And it doesn't matter if not. Yeah, to see what's available there, what feels good. We'll fall onto the left side and start to bring the right leg all the way around. And you're just going to go forwards and back. Yeah, so swinging the leg all the way around, just exploring the rotation of that hip, the core strength that you created. And then the last one, right foot. Maybe it goes on the outside of the left leg. Yeah, that might be too much, so you'll have the foot on the inside. You can always sit on a block as well, if you feel like you're just not getting into this shape. Both sit bones pressed down, left hand onto right leg, right fingertips behind you. Breathing in. Okay. Push away from the floor through the fingertips. Feel both sitting bones pushing down. That looks great, guys. Yeah. Well done. If you want to go a bit deeper, take the left elbow towards the right knee to twist. Or left fingers to the sky and get taller. Breathe in as you lift up. And then left elbow slots outside the right knee. Left fingertips to the floor. Remember the inhale, that inflation, we're expanding into the twist. And that deflation, we're relaxing into the twist. Okay, come back to the center. Okay, so you've got those two options. You can be right here, lifting up as you breathe in, chin over your knee. Or you're going a little bit deeper. Okay, you're going to slot your left foot outside your right, your right foot outside your left thigh. Okay, soles of the feet up. Inhale, lift yourself up. Wiggle the knees on top of each other. And then fold forward. So you want to bring your chin over your knee this way. Hands can come out in front and use your hands to push your hips into the floor. Now we don't want the hips lifted here. Okay, and breathe in deep within the hips. Lovely, start to bring yourself back up. Awesome, good, bring your knees up. And take your hands behind you, open up the legs wide, feet flat, inner and outer rotate through those hips. Oh, that feels so much better. That's it. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Catch hold of your toes and use the toes to lift yourself up. So it's like your pubic bone is tilting forwards, the spine is getting longer, shoulder blades down the back. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Just fall forwards. I don't need to worry too much about the shape. Just fall forwards, relax into your hips. Inhaling. And exhaling. Walking the hands back. Take the hands behind you, fingers towards your bottom. Push down through the edges of your feet and then see if you can lift the hips up here. Keep squeezing, big toes together, baby toes together. Feel the inner thighs, feel the hips. And then lower the bum back onto the floor. Okay, so we're going to keep the knees open and start to lower yourself down onto the mat. You can take your elbows down first if that helps. And then arms over the head if it suits you. And we do that same action again. So pressing your feet together, feeling the edges of your feet. Breathe in, belly expands. Breathe out, belly draws back. Push your feet together and then lift the hips up. Lowering the spine back down. Good, and then bringing the knees up. Feet flat, inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly draws back, push through your feet and then come into your bridge pose. And if you want to go one step further today, take the hands by your ears, push down through your hands and then into your wheel. If you're happy in your bridge though, you're going to stay there. Using your glutes, using your hamstrings one last time. And then making your way down whenever you're ready. Beautiful, guys. Good. Do you need to counterpose that? So you could bring your knees into your chest and then take your arms up and over your legs, up and over your head. And it might be that you just hug your knees into the chest, which is perfect as well. And just take these last few moments to breathe in that shape, whichever one you're in, maybe hugging your knees in, maybe in your plyo pose. And in your own time, bringing yourself back onto the mat. Feet flat onto the floor. And then you can extend the legs to the corners of the mat. Hands down by your side, palms faced up. Feel the whole back of your body resting on the floor. There's no rush to get there. You're at home, you can do your own thing. Big breath in through your nose, fill yourself up. And open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Just breathing normally in and out through your nose. Letting all the movement, all the breath, all the energy settle. Body warm, stretched and strengthened. You're ready for your day. You know you're always welcome to stay here in Shavasana as long as you like. If you need to get on with your day, start to breathe a little bit deeper. Start to wiggle toes and fingers. On your next breath in, reaching the arms above the head, do a lovely full body stretch. Roll to the right hand side in a fetal shape. Keeping your eyes closed, make your way up to seated. Sit in any shape that feels good. Feel the sitting bones pressing down and the spine long, shoulder blades down the back, crown of the head towards the sky. Seeing if you can keep this shape throughout your day, noticing when you start to slump, when energy starts to get heavy. And then just find this posture. See if it can help lighten it. Bring your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Last big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. Namaste. I know it's super hard to get out of bed, especially on a Monday morning, so you've already won the week. Well done, guys. Have a beautiful day.